Now you can get a study that says anything. So you have to look at the quality of the study. You have to look at the methodology. You don't just look at the conclusions that the author drew. You have to look at the study itself and come up with your own conclusion, and don't just take their word for it, because a lot of times they do that wrong. Some of the critiques that some people had when I talk about Professor Bruce Ames, his work at UC Berkeley, where he showed that 99.99% of toxic elements and pesticides and insecticides were naturally occurring in the plant. They were 10,000 times more abundant by weight than the pesticides we knew. And those are just the toxins that we knew about at the time in the late 80s and early 90s. So they were looking at something called ALAR. And they were talking about banning ALAR. They said, oh, look, this stuff is a poison. And it literally is. They're spraying this on plants. You spray pesticides on plants to kill the animals and insects trying to consume those plants. And so, of course, it's a toxin. It's designed to be a toxin. That's the whole idea. And he showed that there's 10,000 times more naturally occurring in the plant. And his conclusion was, since we know that fruits and vegetables are so good for you, obviously pesticides can't be all that bad. And so why are we banning these things? Fair enough. If you're going to eat the plant and that's worse than the pesticide, fine. Maybe you don't get too bent out of shape about that particular pesticide. But that's not what the data showed. The data showed objectively there was 10,000 times more toxins, insecticides, and pesticides in the plant than the pesticide.